What's going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm NBA DFS podcast and live stream recording here for Thursday's 7-game main slate. James, we don't generally get 7 games on a Thursday. Usually it's like 4, maybe 5, sometimes 2 or 3 based on whatever the nationally televised schedule is on Thursdays here. But 7 games, pretty much a full slate here, coming off an 8-game Wednesday. Some top plays on this slate. We see Luka Doncic, Giannis, Jokic, LeBron. Got a couple guys on back-to-backs. We'll see how that gets played out. John Morant, Stephen Curry. We know the Warriors tend to sit guys, as something falls behind me here. The Warriors tend to sit guys on back-to-backs.
Yep.
So that's certainly something to watch here. But all in all, a lot of talent here. I believe Halliburton, is he back for this one?
Yeah, he's
expected to play for Thursday. So returning for Tyrese Halliburton here against the Lakers. Pretty interesting slate of games we got going on here.
Yeah, I think the one thing I'd like to note is the expectation is that the Pelicans-Dallas game plays, right?
Right.
But
the weather, the travel.
The weather. So the expectation is they're going to travel. So they put it out earlier today. They said that Pelicans are basically going to travel in tomorrow morning and then play and then travel back immediately after the game. So I don't know if that's a plausible expectation, just given what we've seen. The Pistons have been stuck in Dallas for 4 days. So I don't know. I think it's worth at least mentioning that there's a chance that game doesn't even play. We'll see probably early on in the day if New Orleans had any airline issues or if there was any weather concerns there. So monitor that. But for now, it's a 7-game slate. So to your point, John, they are resting people, Golden State, them being Golden State. Denver as my Siri. Now here's me talking about Denver.
Yeah.
So now she's explaining
the
Denver's
altitude and the heights. Yeah.
Yep. Denver is a 9.5 point favorite.
Okay.
In this game. So that just considering their 9.5 point favorite. Look, right. If Golden State's, and we've talked about this, like Golden State's been a bad
road team.
Yep. But they're not a 9.5 point bad road team. Right. That's just
right.
Not
that bad.
So they're resting. I don't know if everyone is the word, but like they're resting maybe everyone.
At least Clay, right?
For sure, Clay. Last time Steph sat, right? Like he sat, I think, the last back-to-back.
Yes. He last back-to-back he played was the 15th and the 16th. I don't know if they've had back-to-backs. No, they did. After Boston, they all sat, right? They all sat after game.
Yeah, that was the game that Steve Kerr talked about.
Yeah, against Cleveland. Everybody sat.
Yep, and Poole went off, and they had that whole, like, Steve Kerr sat. He's like, I'm not playing guys if they're hurt.
Correct.
And it's like, all right, well,
Yep.
Are they hurt? But, it is what it is. We're going to see the Warriors rest
Traveling
everyone.
from Minnesota to Denver.
Yeah, they're resting. They're resting everyone. Miami Knicks is the slate low, 213. We saw this with Miami the other day where it was 212. I believe.
Came in under too.
And it came in under. Knicks getting a 1.5 at home. The Denver total is nice. We're gonna play a lot of Golden State, I'm sure. 236.5 in Chicago. Charlotte has owned the Bulls. I think they've beaten them twice, maybe 3 times this year. Memphis is 5.5 dogs on the road. They aren't a back-to-back.
That feels like a sit line, right? Number 2 team in the West.
Yep.
Right?
I speculated yesterday on yesterday's pod. I said I think Desmond Bane is not going to play.
Right.
If he's coming back from an injury, I don't think he plays the second leg of a back-to-back. Right. We'll see. 5-point dogs on the road. That's respect to Cleveland, but also Memphis is, a better team. At least their record suggests it. 226 total is pretty solid there. And then in the late night hammer, we have 9 o'clock and the 10 o'clock game. The Clippers and the Bucks, 230.5. Bucks giving 4.5 to the Clippers. So Interesting slate. Could be a game lighter than normal. We are definitely having a team rest its entire roster.
If not
And
two.
then
If not
if
two.
not two, yeah. I mean, you're right. Memphis could rest their whole team too.
Right.
So a lot of what ifs on this slate, but I'm ready to get into it.
Yep. Point guard. So again, Luka's at 12-3. If he's in, he's home. If he's playing, like we like it. Averaging 67 fantasy points in 2 games against New Orleans. Great. I'm not really in on Morant. I know he's having a really great night tonight. Cleveland just a much tougher team on the road. I don't know. Not a spot I'm looking at for him. Curry, I kind of feel the same way. Don't even know if he's going to play. If he does play and everybody sits, I'm in at 10-2 for sure. But again, we're kind of speculating that he may not. Everybody played LaMelo Ball the other night on FanDuel. He was like $8,000.
Yeah, what a stupid price tag.
Didn't make any sense. He went for 72 fantasy points on DraftKings. Again, you mentioned Chicago. He went for 15, 11, and 8 against them, but only on 2 of 15 shooting against Chicago. I'm fine under 10K LaMelo Ball. I'll run that back with him. Top tier guys there. I don't know about Halliburton coming back from the injury. I worry just a long layoff for him.
Yeah, so I agree almost everything you said. Like Luka, obviously, like get this man some help. He scored 53 actual and barely scraped by the Pistons. I think I'm a little different in my opinion on Ja here. If like Bane sits, because Ja's been so incredible lately, it's potentially no Bane. Potentially, I mean, we already know Steven Adams is out. He's been awesome again. Like he's breaking the slate currently in the fourth quarter of that game, triple-double again. So I'm okay getting to Ja. I think he'll be lower owned considering Luka's on the slate.
Owned. Yeah.
Considering Luka, considering LaMelo. And then the question mark is like if Curry plays, you can obviously go there because he's also having another
It's also a very tough matchup for him, though. I mean, Cleveland #1 against guards in terms of fantasy points allowed. Like it was just Garland, Mitchell, Allen, just a big.
But we talk about this quite frequently. At least I mention it. Like how you can differentiate on a slate like this, and how you can win a tournament is getting Ja without 2 of their best fantasy producers, because then he'll just the load that he'll shoulder in their absence. I mean, we've just seen it. He went for 70 a couple games ago. So like, I agree. But also you look at it from a tournament perspective and you're like, well, if he goes for 70 again, I mean, if he triple doubles again, which is, I think, a reasonable thought because he's now going to do it in 3 straight games.
Yeah.
It's, a decent tournament pivot off of chalky Luka, chalky LaMelo.
Yep, I'm with you there. In that 8K range, I'm mentioning again Halliburton. He's coming back from that injury. I don't think I'm going to get there. I know back-to-back full practices. There may not be any minutes limit, but I don't know. Long layoff for him. You have Brunson at home against Miami. Again, you mentioned the low game total in that one. Brunson coming out 37 actual in that overtime game against the Lakers. His last 6 home games, or he's gone over at least 25 actual points in 6 of his last 7 home games. So, like, scoring the basketball has not been a problem. For Brunson here lately. But the matchup obviously against Miami a little bit tougher, but he is home. And then you have Drew Holiday against the Clippers. I kind of like that matchup for him here.
Yeah. I think Holiday is still in play as long as Middleton is still limited. Like it's other than that, like I don't think I can get to Brunson at 85 in that matchup. Especially, dude, I'm not going to lie. I know you don't want to hear this, but Donovan Mitchell at 8,100 is, oh boy, that price is low. That is low.
Yeah, I agree. I'll say
Him and Garland
everybody
both.
Then I'm not playing him. I'd rather play Holiday, I think, at 83. But
I mean, I don't know. I think the matchup it favors. Both are decent. I think Mitchell, is also the number 1 option compared to Holiday potentially always being number 2 to Giannis. But I think they're both playable. I think I would rank them both over Brunson.
Okay. Let's see. Jamal Murray 77. I'm sure
he's been crazy. He's been crazy lately.
I got a price drop on Rozier 73. Even Bell back 35 points, 20 shots. So not bad there. Quickly, right? Just keep going back to quickly. 54.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Obviously, if there's no Ja, we'll be in on that one.
Did you mention Jordan Poole?
Oh, right, because there's going to be no Clay, right? So Poole will be in play.
I mean, there might be nobody.
Could be no.
Steve Kerr is not. He told us already. He told us his game plan. Like, he's going to rest people if they don't feel good. So.
Right. Yeah, Poole for sure. Any other guards for you here? Bones Highland's on the 3,800. He only played 5 minutes in that game. What the hell?
Yeah, I think it's the trade stuff. Probably don't want to get him hurt. They're playing Jamal Murray like monster minutes too. They're not even like looking their backups ways. Like, they're just totally irrelevant at this point. I mean, Rubio was really popular the other day, weirdly enough, and he went for 24 fantasy points. You said it before, like when he first came back, like there's going to be Rubio nights where he's playing 17 minutes and he's really productive. So
he's on 2 of the last 3, right? 21 and 24 and 2 of the last 3.
And he's just super cheap.
Yeah. Absolute zero floor punt play, but I mean, like, you know, he could, work his way into it. Shooting guard here. Paul George is at 9K. You got Levine at 82. You mentioned Mitchell already at 81. I mean, again, smaller slate here, or not smaller, but positional wise, it doesn't feel like shooting guard is overly deep here. How are you prioritizing this position?
I think Paul George is very safe at the top, even in a bad shooting night, which he's done back-to-back games. 43 fantasy points. It's 4.8x, 4.8.5x. Like, that's fine. Levine for tournaments for sure. It's a good spot. Hasn't played well against Charlotte, but like, he's coming off obviously an anomaly game, kind of 14 rebounds, 8 assists. Like, that's kind of out of, the ordinary, but tournaments, I told you I really like Mitchell 8,100.
Yeah.
The price is just too good for a guy who has 70 actual. I mean, not that he's going to score 70 again, but like, he did it. So, that's obviously in the bag. Rozier for tournaments. Yep. He keeps on chugging along. You mentioned a point guard.
Ingram's a good price at 71.
Ingram's a good price. And you know what? Like, for as poor as he shot, like, he's been really good everywhere else. And we know he's not he's just too good of a scorer to not.
Yeah.
He's shooting 43% on the year. He has shot sub 30% since returning from injury. That's just not going to continue. He's going to break out. 7,100 is a stupidly low price tag. So yeah. I'm definitely interested in Brandon Ingram. We made him the cover of our pod the other day, and it's not like he let us down.
He got off to a really good start.
Great start. Dude, imagine he just goes he goes 7 of 17. He goes for 41 fantasy points, or like 42, 43. Like, two shots more, shooting 35% from the floor, and he's still 6.5x. So I'm going right back to the well with Brady.
Yeah, I'm with you. Other guys in the mid tier here with Halliburton back. How does that impact Hield and Mathurin for you?
I mean, we saw Mathurin not really playing. Not. I shouldn't say that.
Like 31 minutes.
No.
With Halliburton.
With Halliburton, like mid to high 20s, which I shouldn't say isn't playing, but like the upside was capped. Halliburton
they should be playing him more.
Correct. 100% play should be playing. I mean, we thought that was going to happen when they were going to trade Buddy Hield, and that still has been put on hold, right? So
yeah.
I think I'm probably avoiding the situation, but this could be an audition for Buddy Hield as well if they still want to trade him to the Lakers. I don't know if that's on the table anymore with at least the Miles Turner side of
Mathurin
things being
dumped
involved.
23 actual on the Lakers in their
he's elite. So. Like, he's an elite scorer. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to get
rebounds in that game too.
Okay, I'm probably not going to get there 59.
I've been a big Ben Mathurin guy, so
yeah. I've been too, but this whole time he's been without Tyrese Halliburton.
Sure. Other guys down here, would you play Dylan Brooks if there's no pool and no Bane?
I'd rather just someone just no.
Okay.
No. I don't know. He's so bad. He's been so bad.
Hayward here, 29 fantasy points, 27 minutes for him the other night.
Yeah, he's been okay. Still not starting, but the minutes creeping up slowly.
Yep. Any other shooting guards for you?
Quentin Grimes is just playing so many minutes. Like, if you want to just, like, if he's your last piece in type of thing.
Sure.
Same thing with Grayson Allen, last piece in. Joe Ingles, tournaments. Okoro, last piece in. You know the floor is, like, negative.
All right,
that's it.
Small forward here. LeBron's at 10-7. Little price dump here for LeBron. Coming off of a triple-double.
That's the AD. That's the AD effect, right?
Yeah.
That's them that's like reacting to AD coming back without like
AD starting probably, but it went down from 11-6 to 10-7.
Right.
Still paying it off, so
right.
I'm fine there. Obviously, Kawhi under 10K, great. DeRozan under 9K, great. 8,700, we're in there. Mid-tier guys, I guess. Who's your primary targets here? Do you go back to Herb Jones? Do you like Michael Porter? Where are you? What's the pieces for you?
Obviously, wait and see in Golden State. There's a couple guys in this mid-tier that could firmly be in play. If Wiggins plays on a back-to-back, he hasn't played the last couple back-to-backs, but it was just an illness. Like, why wouldn't Andrew Wiggins be playing this back-to-back, right? If Clay's out, I would definitely have interest there. Same thing goes for DiVincenzo, 52. I think that's a good price. Tim Hardaway for tournaments. Like, they're just reeling if that game does play. Same thing with Herb Jones.
$700 price bump for Caleb Martin here.
I mean, good. Good. Now, like, both you and I played him, and I don't. We've neither of us expected what we got.
I did not expect a double-double. No, but I mean, 28, 21, 35 the last three.
No, sure. I think we were both. It was a slate of poor value, and I don't think it's a coincidence that he was low owned. He made everything. He took all the shots he made. He was 7 for 7. He took final three that he shouldn't have taken. Could have just ended the night 100%. But he did missed. I would go back to the well. Just cautionary. He starts at power forward, or forward somewhere with him and Butler.
One of those
spots. So he's going to be crashing the boards and contributing there. 18 and 10, I don't think is like expected, but if he does it again, good for him. I can get there. Josh Green, very low floor guy, but he's playing 30 minutes. Troy Brown started again, John. 34 minutes again. Obviously, like impacted by LeBron and Davis.
Yeah, he didn't have 17 rebounds. You mean?
Didn't have 17 rebounds. I don't know. Like, if he's gonna play, he's under 4K. I just don't know where else I would want to go under 4K.
No, I agree. I don't think there's much here. Let's check out power forward. Giannis is at 11-9 against the Clippers. I'm sure a lot of people will be looking to get to that game that should be competitive. 70, 73, 62 the last three games for him there. I don't know if I'm going to play Randall here against Miami. Don't really feel like I like that spot at 10K for him. Buckets, though, on the other side against New York at 74. I'll play that.
What is the price? What's going on with this price?
I don't know.
I feel like he's been pretty good of late. You talk about this like more than anyone. If Jimmy Butler's scoring, he's an elite fantasy.
Yeah, last three games too. Scoring 49, 44, 37, 39 at $7,400. 5X is 37 fantasy points. So
right.
We should be getting in on some Butler here. And
one rebound in that game.
That's what I'm saying. That's outlier rebound game for him. So
which is kind of back to the Caleb Martin thing, right? It's like Caleb Martin has 10, coincidentally. Butler has 1. I think those two things are correlated.
Yeah.
I feel like there's probably regression going, like regression to Martin, somewhere. Positive regression to Butler, and 7,400 in the Garden, coming off 3 really good games in a row. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm with you. Other mid-tier guys in your range here. Hachimura, anything there? It's 40 minutes in overtime. Played
Yeah,
28
he looks good.
games. He's playing next to LeBron,
offensively.
next to AD. So
what he did though is Rui Hachimura in a nutshell. He is a 0 defensively. He is a 0 in the assist category.
Mm-hmm.
All he can do is score and rebound. So we need that. I think he should continue to get opportunities with all the attention going to other 3 guys in their team.
Sure.
Right? Like, even when Russ comes in, like...
Yep.
Whatever. Yeah, Russ still gets plenty of attention.
Yeah. Larry Nance was chalk the other day. He came through to double-double and basically all in the second half of that game. Only 21 minutes, still had 5 fouls, with double-doubles now in back-to-back games for Nance here. Probably going to be popular again, just given the lack of value on the slate under 5K, Larry Nance.
Dude, it is so hilarious how much the Pelicans hate Jonas Valanciunas. Hate him. Don't even know why they have him still. Yeah, this feels like a Nance spot, right? Dwight Powell, probably too athletic for Valanciunas.
Yeah.
So Valanciunas is going to play 30 minutes.
Yep, I'm with you. Anybody else here for power forward?
Finney Smith's still playing big minutes if you want to go there.
Aldama, I guess, if everybody's out.
Same thing can be said for Kuminga, probably.
Sure.
Same thing can be said for Anthony Lamb.
Yeah, do we talk about like Moody and all those guys too, right?
Yeah,
like,
all the value guys. The last time they did this, it was Poole, DiVincenzo, Kuminga, Looney, and Ty Jerome was their starting 5.
Sure.
So we didn't mention Ty Jerome, but they beat Cleveland that night.
Yeah, min price 3K. Jerome played 41 minutes in that Cleveland game, by the way.
Yep.
So
yeah,
Ty
he was
Jerome at 3K if everybody is out.
Yeah. So yeah, correct. And obviously we don't know what they do.
Moody only played 14 minutes, so maybe no Moody. No,
I think they did a 5-man rotation. They had Anthony Lamb off the bench playing like decent minutes. They played I believe JaMychal Green was playing in that game.
JaMychal Green played, yeah.
So we'll have to monitor that situation because they do have a lot of guys. Like Wiseman could find his way into the lineup, right? Like playing off the bench. I think the safest Golden State guys would be Poole, Kuminga, and DiVincenzo. Yeah. And then it's probably like figure out what else they do. If like
Wiseman hasn't played since December 28th, so.
There was the injury though for like an extended period of time. He had that injury. I forget what it was, but
yeah. Well, he missed time with an ankle, and this was the first game he was active for, and he just hasn't played since.
Okay. Okay.
So we'll see. All right, let's go to center. Joker's at 11-3, of course, will be in here. You got Vucevic though, another big game for him. He's got Charlotte. Hasn't played well against Charlotte though.
Yep, been bad. Charlotte has owned the Bulls. They have beat the Bulls twice this year. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an answer.
He's played 35 minutes 4 nights ago. It just did nothing against them. So
I don't have an answer for you on why it's happening. But Plum Dogs and Vucevic is that apparently.
You got Bam under 8K here against the Knicks. Plumlee at 65, like you mentioned. Turner at 73, probably both in play here.
Yep.
Does AD? I missed AD, but AD here 9-9. I mean, if he starts again.
Yeah.
Like
and you know it is.
That's Chalk City, I think 9,900 Anthony Davis.
Yeah, it's a good price. Against Indiana, it's a really good price. It is interesting, and I think there was comments from Darwin Ham that suggested LeBron's ankle is like actually bothering him.
I mean, probably.
They listed him questionable. Right. They listed like now I don't know if he's going to sit because he's literally within 100 points of the record, right? And they've like mapped it out where he could break Wilt's record in Milwaukee. Kareem's record in Milwaukee where Kareem started his career, right? Yeah. So like it makes sense. But it also, it is worth mentioning Darwin Ham. I
have no idea. Close.
Darwin Ham. Said that LeBron's ankle is acting up. If there's no LeBron, Anthony Davis is, and I hate to say this because we know what happens when Anthony Davis.
It's hurt right away.
you're right. 9,900. I mean, even with LeBron is really good, but imagine 9,900 without LeBron. It's just sick.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yep. Other value centers here. We would play. I mean, Valanciunas is at 57.
Give me a crystal ball
again. Just not playing.
Give me a crystal ball. If the crystal ball tells me he's playing 26 minutes, I'll play him.
Xavier Tillman started again tonight.
Yeah, he was great. He's been great. And you know what? He's up to 28 minutes in the split between him and Clark. He has 4 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals.
Yeah.
In 28 minutes. Like, the 4 shots stink, but he's clearly the A side of that split.
Yeah. Would you run back Hartenstein?
How dare you ask me that question?
Would you put Hartenstein in your lineup and then pivot off of him last minute?
How dare you? How dare you? I'm refusing to answer any other questions on this pod.
That's fine. That was mean. All right, let's build our lineup here. I'm going to put Anthony Davis in at center.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just think it's
he's 9,900.
It's still a good value, though.
No, I don't. I'm not disputing that. I mean, he had 9 rebounds going into the fourth and didn't grab a rebound. What are the chances he doesn't? He goes another full quarter.
I agree with you.
It's crazy.
I agree. Jamal Murray 77.
Jamal Murray 77. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know if that game stays competitive. I don't know what we're even. It's just so hard to build a lineup because we don't know 2 teams what they're gonna do.
Sure. Jordan Poole at 65.
Yeah.
We got 5K at play. 5K at play. We can go back to Caleb Martin, 45.
I was actually gonna say do we rather Butler or Murray? Murray has obviously been incredible and he's playing huge minutes. Just don't know if that game stays.
No one's saying we can't play them both. If we play Martin and Butler with Murray, Poole, and Davis, it's 4,700 a player.
Okay. I was expecting something far different. That's cool. That's good to know. Good.
Let's see here.
Where's our value?
We really just need another cheapy guy somewhere down here. Let's see. On a small slate, that is a tough one. We got Grayson Allen at 46, Larry Nance at 47.
I mean, the answer is the Golden State value. When this
exactly. If
Ty
Jerome is starting, we're 3K.
And Kuminga under 4K, that. The answer for all of our
Jerome
struggles
would give us 5,500 a player for a forward and utility just by himself. If you wanted to just trust it, I mean, Kuminga at forward, and then it's a $7,300 utility play.
I just don't know what they're gonna do. It's just hard to predict if
Ingram
Steph Curry's not hurt. Are they is he gonna rest? Because if Steph Curry doesn't rest, we're not in the best spot.
No, I mean, like I said, we can play Nance. We could play Grayson Allen. All right, Grayson Allen's playing minutes, 30 minutes a night there.
Yeah, he's starting as long as Middleton's limited.
Utility play. Bruce Brown is there. Dorian Finney-Smith.
Bruce Brown is not in the player pool unless there's Tillman's 42.
Yeah, Tillman. Right, exactly. So we could do that.
Who's our center?
Davis.
Okay, I'm looking at just how we're constructing the lineup.
Yeah, that's fine.
Davis the center only?
Center only, yeah. Now we can also take, if we wanted to, because we have the money. Davis can get us Ja or Curry, or if we pivot off and move Tillman into center, or if we wanted to figure out a way to play Luka or Giannis, I mean, we could pull off of guys there as well. But right now, as we sit with $500 left over, Jamal Murray, Jordan Poole, Caleb Martin, Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, Grayson Allen, Larry Nance, Xavier Tillman is the lineup we've constructed here.
I'm cool with that. We're probably gonna want Luka. We don't know if that game's even gonna play.
Right.
And we probably want or Giannis and or Jokic. But again, we don't know if Golden State can even stay competitive.
Right, and like I said, if they rule those guys out, I mean, we take out Davis, put in Giannis at center, get rid of Jamal Murray. It's $6,200 for a guard position. So Plenty of money to build a lineup. Ben Matherin's there quickly at 54. Right. So it's definitely doable to rearrange some of these lineups there. So playbook will be out, I believe. Who's Thursday? Ryan or Ray, I think, are probably.
Yep, Ryan or Ray, one of them.
One of those two will be on the playbook for Thursday. James and I, of course, are always in the Discord, and we will catch you guys later.